Nowadays, we hear so much about mindfulness and meditation, but do we know the importance? What happens? The benefits of mindfulness or meditation, just sitting in silence? What happens when you're meditating? What's behind it? In order to explain to us, we have invited Sanjay Sehgal, who has been meditating since he was a young boy. Hey, change makers, are you ready to transform into a healthy and a happy you? I am Rajitha Bommakanti, registered nurse, faith-based holistic coach, culinary coach, and national board certified health and wellness coach. If you want to develop healthy habits for life, one step at a time, then click the bell icon now. Welcome, Sanjay. Here we have Sanjay Sehgal, who is going to help us learn about what is meditation, the benefits of meditation, why do we need to meditate. We are going to dig deep into meditation. Sanjay, can you introduce yourself to our audience, please?
Sure, Rajitha. Thanks for inviting me to do this sharing session. Hi, my name is Sanjay Sehgal. I live in Alpharetta with my family. I have been doing meditation for over 30 years now, and currently my day job is that I'm CEO of a technology company called MSys Technologies, which has offices in Atlanta and many places in India. And I have family of my wife and my son who's recently been married, and we have been living in Alpharetta for the last 20 years. And I have been doing this meditation, as I said, for about 30 plus years. I started this when I was about 24 years old, and I had just moved from India to US. So it was like they say, I was young and stupid. So maybe in my stupidity, I found this, and I've been doing it since then.
Wow, at the age of 24, what got you into meditation at that age?
There were a few things. I mean, I think when I moved here, I was really not looking for anything like meditation. I mean, we had all heard of meditation, perhaps little less. It was meditation was less known those days than it is now. Now with the what is that Headspace and Calm and all those apps and all those devices which are out there, meditation is quite prevalent now. But those days it was still considered a bit exotic, or esoteric. And I was not looking, but I met a friend of mine. I mean, a friend in the place of work who used to practice. And I was going through, after moving from India to a new place so far out, I was going through some things in life which made me a bit more introspective.
Mhm.
And though I didn't consider myself at all as a serious seeker or of meditation, but it was one of those things that once I found, or once I started doing it, I felt, oh, aha, this is what I was seeking, or this is what I needed. So that day and today, and I've been doing it. And
Wow.
it was to the surprise of myself and everyone around me during those days, that everybody thought, oh, 3 months, young kid, some fad, he has, it's like you got a new haircut or a new kind of new kind of dresses, or your earrings or something. I mean, you get one of those things that you really want to try. I mean, experiment. I mean, it started off as an experiment, I would say, but which became part of my life.
Wow. So, how long did it take for you to find that aha moment as you were meditating?
I think the first aha moment. There were many small aha moments. So the first one was really in the second day, on the second day itself. The first day ended up in headache, and second day I could feel a sort of joy in myself which I had not felt in a while. I mean, it was that joyful moment, which you feel that there are some days you just feel lighter and joyful, and you don't know the reason.
Mhm.
Sometimes the reason you got promotion at work, your girlfriend or boyfriend kissed you. I mean, I'm just giving you some example. Sometimes you feel joyful because of that. Something happened. Those are conditional joyful moments. Sometimes you're just joyful because of nothing.
Mm.
You can't pinpoint, but you're just happy. So, second day of my meditation, I had one of those moments. And I couldn't really pinpoint why, but I had not felt that in a while. So I really liked it. So third day, of course, it didn't repeat itself. And then, of course, I kept on doing it. And then 6 months, it took about 6 months when I actually had a some major aha moments. And then those persisted. So to all your listeners and viewers, I would say that this is not a meditation is something that is a lifelong tool. It's not something that you would feel some impact in a day. But if you are looking for, let's say, some relief from stress, people often use some kind of breathing techniques or some meditation techniques, some meditation tools or practices. For that you can use those, but ideal use of meditation is to use it as a vaccine.
Mm.
And for it to become vaccine, you have to allow time for it to grow on you. Like they say, first you work on meditation, then meditation works on you. And once meditation starts working on you, then you would never go back. It's like, would you go back to black and white TV? Having gotten used to a color TV, you would not go back to a life where there's no meditation. So then you don't have to think about it. It becomes part of your life.
Wow, beautifully said. So, going back to basics. So, what do you do when you're meditating? You just sit and close your eyes, and what happens?
The kind of meditation I practice, this is called heartfulness, where we focus on our heart. We bring our awareness to the heart, and in an effort to lose our awareness to that higher self within our heart. Most of the people know about mindfulness. Mindfulness is about being aware. Mind and heart in this context are two opposite ends of the same spectrum of consciousness. Mind being aware, heart losing awareness. Mind being reactive, heart being responsive. Mind is like being reactive, and heart is being responsive. Mind is like uh, always be on the lookout for what is next, and heart is feeling content.
Mm.
Like that. I mean, there are series of things. This is more like thinking, and this is more like feeling. So how do you transcend from being always mind aware to be absorbed in your heart?
Mm.
So that is the meditation we do.
So, this
Thinking
is
to
your heart.
feeling, journeying of thinking to feeling. So the meditation I do, that we close our eyes, we bring our awareness to our heart, and have a thought or have a feeling that your heart is filled with source of light,
Mm.
and rest your mind on that, be absorbed in that, immerse yourself in that. Now it'll be a challenge, easier said than done, but once you get that aha moment, once it actually happens, that's when you find you are completely lost yourself. And after losing yourself, you find that what comes back when you come out of meditation is a newer you.
Wow.
See, people use meditation to get peace of mind. And I think that, as you were telling me earlier, peace of mind is an easier goal. You can still get peace of mind through meditation or various meditative techniques, which are part of the overall practice of meditation. But you can also get peace of mind by having a glass of wine. You can get peace of mind if you go for a run. take your dog out for a walk, talk to a friend, right? There are many ways to get, it is more like distracting your mind or moving your mind away from the problem to something else, something more pleasant, something that you're more comfortable with. But that is a quick fix, or that is only fixing the symptom, not the root cause. To fix the root cause of, or root cause behind lack of peace, you have to go through a transformative practice like meditation,
Mm.
right? And then you change yourself. Like, why did you lose peace? Because let's say, as an example, taking an example, you were reactive in a situation. Like I
Yeah.
said, a meditation like heartfulness can make you responsive rather than being reactive. So that is the transformation you go through. Instead of thinking about all the permutation and combination, which we normally do, thinking, you become feel. We all talk about compassion, empathy, kindness. Do any of these things are thoughts? No, these are feelings,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Feelings are coming from the heart, not from here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I feel, now you wanted me to also address the difference between this and other meditation. This is the difference. I think we are all getting it wrong, in my view. We
Okay.
have to go back to the basics. We have to go back. You're a medical professional. You know which organ is formed first in a fetus. That is the heart. There is
So
a reason behind
your heart, not your mind, right? Listen to
it.
your heart.
Listen to your heart. Always talk about every other song talks about that. I mean, I am very fond of Hindi songs, but even the songs here in America, in US, I mean, every other song has heart. Every other scripture talks about heart. Every other pastor talks about heart. Every religion talks about heart. Even in Islam, they talk about iman, which is the heart, the voice of heart. Lord Krishna said, I am in the heart of everyone. Everyone is in me, in Gita. It's about heart. Time of heart has come.
Yeah.
So,
So
how do you establish that connection? How do you listen? Now, easy to say, listen to your heart. But all our life, I mean, we are getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for this. Think. So we have been programmed to move away.
yeah.
Now, thanks to AI, I'm sorry, I'm making a plug for AI. I think we'll use less of this, so we
Mm.
can focus more on this. See, because mundane tasks can be done by AI.
Yeah.
You don't have to think. Somebody has already thought AI will get everything and give it to you. So then you can focus on
Yeah.
the part, right?
So I wanted to ask you, so as you're sitting down, focusing on the, your heart, uh, resting within that light that's in your heart already, that's present. So you're saying you're not going to get any thoughts? The mind keeps going on and on, right? So what do we
Oh,
do?
of course. You would want to solve the world hunger every time you sit for meditation. I mean, everything that you don't want to think about, you'll be thinking about. I mean, thoughts will come. But I think that's a very good question, because people, under normal circumstances, we get involved in those thoughts. During meditation, in heartfulness meditation, we suggest, instead of being aware of those thoughts, learn to ignore those thoughts. Ignore those thoughts. It may take a while, but sooner or later, those thoughts will lose power.
Mm.
If you if you become aware, if you give power to those thoughts, they will, or push them out, push them away, they will come back stronger. Newton's third law.
Mm.
To me, being aware or focusing on those thoughts is equivalent to giving them energy. Pushing them out is giving them ability to come back. Newton's third law. So we say ignore.
Mm.
Ignore while keeping your focus here. Now, easier said than done. Once you start doing it, you find that you will have moments of silence. You will have moments of silence, and then those moments will expand with your meditation. Then at the same time, you will develop that ability where not just during meditation, but even outside of meditation, you will learn to ignore things that you don't want to pay attention to.
Oh, wow, that's so beautiful. So
Yes,
throughout the day, I don't have to be frustrated, reactive to all the things that are happening. By you're saying by consistent practicing of this meditation, I can learn to ignore and keep moving on.
absolutely. I mean, that's what I meant transformative practice of meditation, which makes a new you. Because if it was just to get peace of mind, I often ask people, take a happy hour coupon on me. It's easier, but that's not what we are looking for in meditation. We're looking for s- transforming ourselves from being human to humane,
Mm,
and then from humane to divine. That's a journey we are on.
wow, wow. So your personal practice, do you practice meditation every day, even on those
Every day,
busy
every day.
days?
Absolutely. It's like investment in time, investment of time. I mean, you invest so that you get, good ROI, you get more back. And but let's say, I mean, it's at the same time there are days when you're not able to meditate. That's all okay too. Then if you have been doing it for as long as I have been doing it, you don't have to sit for meditation. I'm, let's say, doing some work and I just close my eyes and I'm able to connect with my inner self for a few moments, and that itself is rejuvenating to me. you know then I realize, yeah, I didn't meditate today, so I should perhaps find time before I sleep, and then I do. It becomes part of your life. I mean, like I said, no, first you work on it, then it works on you.
So you're pretty much throughout the day, you're meditating. You're whatever you're doing, you're
Yes,
meditating.
you do everything with one layer of your mind, or one part of your mind is connected to your inner self, other part is doing things. The mind is a very powerful tool.
Let me ask you about everybody in your household. My understanding is everybody in the house meditate. How does that happen? How is it that everybody, you we
No,
have
well, I mean, I think
in
it's
the
like
house.
it's like I mean, uh, I would say, if you're doing, perhaps everybody thought that I was doing something right. I mean, both me and my wife, we met through meditation, so it was a natural process. So it's not that she had to look at me as a role model. She was a role model in her own ways, and so we both met through this, and we found this as a common interest, and we decided to build our life together. And then our son was born after a few years of us being together, and we never asked him, we never forced him, we never, I mean, of course, he used to watch us, but perhaps both of us were good role models for him to take up a practice. He on his own, when he was 16 or 17, he expressed his interest. And then there was a time in college when he stopped doing it, but then he himself realized that I think I remember he wrote in his blog, we never talked about this, but he wrote in his blog, once I read it, that he felt that if he's going to give himself 3 months of consistent practice, if he feels some changes in him, he will continue, or else he will drop it. And as I said, anybody who sincerely practices this for 3 to 6 months is bound to feel changes in them. But key is that sincere, consistent practice. If
Consistency is
you
very
if
important.
you give it time, if you again you work on it, then it starts working on you. So he felt that in his life, and then he said, "Okay, I am going to take it up." And then he offered to become trainer, so that he can offer his time to others, and to help others. And And there is, as you know, this meditation that we do is offered free. There's no monetary benefit to the one who is teaching, and that's a wonderful. This is your, I mean, your time that you're giving back to society, to humanity, and that in itself is something that uh, creates transformation every time you do it. You know.
Yeah, that's that selfless act. You're giving back not for your benefit, but for others.
Yes.
That is your purpose in life, right?
Yes.
To give back through meditation. And your daughter-in-law also meditates.
Yes, she also meditates. I mean, I think my son followed on my footsteps, that he found someone who had the common interest like this, and she became trainer after looking at him. So now I think all four of us are not only meditators but also can train others, teach others. So it's the household has different vibrations. You know, it's different. I I mean, I shouldn't perhaps judge, but I do when we visit someone else's house, and you appreciate what you have here, and there's always that different vibration at our house, and people when they come here they feel the difference in their meditation at home versus their meditation here.
Sanjay got me into. I was always stalling every time he messaged me. I would say, I'm too busy today. But thanks to Sanjay, who kept, constantly, after me saying, just take a few minutes to do it. He was my accountability coach for meditation. And I have been practicing um, heartfulness meditation since COVID, so over 2 years. And when I go to Sanjay's house and practice, it is very different, especially Sanjay, when I came over to your house last weekend. It was unbelievable experience. I've never had that type of an experience. I was like, I cannot stop thinking about it. I keep craving for that experience. When is it going to come back again? Just by thinking about it, just glows me within me. I don't know what happened. That was the first ever. That day there was quite a number of people in the house, right? Um, and I don't know if it was, you know, with the number of people vibrate, the vibrations in one room, everybody meditating or what. But I've never had, actually, I also, as you know, I visited Kana Shantivanam. Even over there in that huge meditation hall outdoors, so beautiful. But last week's meditation was very different, very different. And I just felt so much. I don't even know how to express what I felt. I, I know within me what I felt, but that is something I think when we are meditating, it's hard to tell people what's happening inside of you. Do you agree? I mean, you
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
oh,
And
well.
I think Rajita, it's like it's not that meditation or those meditations where you felt something special, that they were any different. You were ready for
Mm,
those experiences. Every meditation can give you that same experience, provided you are ready. It's our consciousness, it's our readiness, right? Every meditation has the same potential. When we are ready, we feel it. So you were ready in those times to have those experiences, and those experiences can only come when you lose yourself. That's why when I was talking about mind and the heart, only when you lose your mind, you lose yourself, you lose your awareness, you're letting the nature, letting that higher self work on you, right?
yeah,
Because if you are the doer, you can only do so much. You can only do as per your ability. But if you're letting that higher self, the nature work on you, it is limitless. It
wow.
is that when we are absorbed, we are not there. Then that thing is working on us.
Wow, that's so beautiful. You know, also the what you have brought up about everybody in the house meditating. So I just would like to tap into a little bit of what goes on in your household. Everybody's very cordial to each other, no disagreements, very calm, content, or what compared to different households.
It takes us about 30 minutes to decide which movie to watch, and it's not easy decision because we all are four different individuals. But the fact that we like to watch things together, that in itself is a great thing, right? So we'll say, no, no, this, no, this, I have seen this, I have no, I don't like this. That. So, and restaurants, it used to be like that, 30 minutes. Now we decided that Kashish, my daughter in law, she decides the restaurants. We have, this is like, it is a, it's like the cardinal rule set in our house. She decides the restaurants. Suraj decides the movies. I decides which car to take, and
Okay.
Rita decide, what we're going to order. So, so I think we have finally reached that place of, I would say, where everybody's role is defined. So we don't have to spend 30 minutes. Still, we end up spending 30 minutes.
Okay, okay.
So, I think it is that letting, the feeling is more like very rarely anybody reacts to something that they do not like or do not agree with. The
Mm,
disagreements, they are there, but they are expressed in a manner that they don't look like or don't feel like disagreements.
no.
And that is the beauty of it.
So there's a lot of peace and calm, not
Yeah.
fighting, anger,
Yes.
against each other. So, what are the overall benefits of meditating? You know, if we are practicing meditation, how is that helping you? You have talked about some of the mental issues, you know, our physical health. Um, how does that affect?
Absolutely. I think, see, the physical health benefits of meditation now, through the years, a lot of research has been done now, that people have gotten to know the mental health and physical health, how it benefits, it reduces your or it, what do you call, lowers your pulse rate, right? And it, increases your metabolism. There are, but I think, I hope I'm saying it all right. I'm not a medical professional, but, and I don't really pay attention. I don't do it for medical because many benefits or health benefits, because I've been doing it for so long. But I have seen in others, right? See, it all starts with the mind. I mean, all the psychosomatic diseases I've seen, how it helps with those. You know, people who have anxiety issues, people who have asthma, it reduces migraines, it reduces the frequency of those. I would not like to promise that, oh, it just eradicates them completely or anything like that. It does help with those. Or I think biggest benefit I have found in any kind of thing that you may have, any problem one may have, is it enhances your ability to go through that. I have a very close friend of mine. His wife has had twice, she has had cancer episodes. She's going through now one which, who knows, could be final or something. I mean, but I have seen how, how peaceful and content or calm they are about it, and how they are going through with it. And they have been, I mean, he was my roommate when we started meditation together, and they attribute their condition, as we call it, the inner condition or inner self, how it is behaving or responding to all this, to meditation. And, it's, we all look for relief from problems, but I think the bigger benefit out of meditation is handling yourself during the problem, right? I
Yeah,
mean, problems may come. Who knows? Flat tire, I mean, will come. Meditation cannot solve that, but how do you react to it? That will change.
yeah, yeah. Life is. full of ups and downs. It's like, how do we handle that, right?
Yeah.
Whenever we have challenges, how do we handle it and move forward with it?
See, let's say I've been meditating and I may not get something, but someone else, my mom may get it, right? And I still have to go through with it. So how do I? So that is a bigger benefit out of meditation, you know. And a broader level for your viewers, I would say that I have categorized the benefit of meditation in two major buckets. One is it helps you relate better to yourself, and the second is it helps you relate better to the outside world.
Mm.
To better to yourself, meaning you can find ways to transform yourself because you understand yourself better. You accept your fallacies, that it tapers your ego to a level where you you realize that it's okay. I'm a human being. I can accept that I don't have this, right?
Yeah.
And how it helps you to relate with others. That is the whole empathy piece, compassion piece, kindness piece, right? That we were talking earlier about. And these two things are the major benefits of meditation. Meaning, I have seen I used to be very short tempered, not anymore. I used to be shy, not anymore. I mean, these are all things that I've seen personal level changes. And then, how I deal with others. I'm more patient with others. I don't, I let others have their way now, which otherwise, 20, 30 years ago, what the hell? I would not.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So, we first have to understand ourselves, be grounded and content in order to be able to be compassionate towards others. So self-compassion and love, then you can spread that to others.
Yes.
Because most of the time, what we are so busy running around doing things, we are trying to understand others, trying to pinpoint at others, but we don't know ourselves. What are we? What's inside of us? So I guess meditation is a process to understand our own inner self and see the beauty. Every single one of us have beauty, talent within us. So that's a way for us to look at what's within us and love ourselves so that we can love others and be compassionate towards others. Thank you for your time. And if you can just let our audience know as we leave this space, what can they do to start meditation? What is one small habit that they can, somebody that has not done or that has been doing, what is that they can do to continue this practice?
Just do it. The Nike slogan. I just watched that movie, Air. Just do it. I think when you start meditation, you always find things which are more important than meditation. Because meditation is never an instant fix to your problems. So you have to have the attitude of just do it. Makes you more consistent and regular.
I am your faith based holistic coach. Until next time, just start by taking 5 minutes every day to sit in silence, meditate, to get to know the inner you, the beauty that is within you.